Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West, reaching your life on direct from the heart of Africa. Is this your first time on the channel? You're highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the use of native shock in African spirituality. This is a substance that is very important and popular in the practice of African spirituality, and it is very prevalent in West Africa. And it is something that you really need to know about if you are very much interested in the practice. If you are familiar with Africans in general and their spiritual practice, and you have actually been to an African shrine, you will notice that you will see something like this, like white shocks, exactly in this shape. They call them native shock or unsu or umfo, different names in different African tribes. It is a substance that is a naturally occurring mineral that is obtained from riverbeds or seabeds or different parts of the river, and they kind of get this thing and they use it to make these shock balls that you are seeing here. It is something that have been used for thousands of years in the practice of African spirituality, and people use it for a lot of things. They use it for mostly spiritual uh, practices, spiritual activities. It is used as an offering to deities. If you notice, lots of shrines, lots of ancestral places, groves, or spiritual houses, you're going to see a stockpile of this stuff that have been used to give to the deity. Most times they give it as an offering or they just store it up in these places. So when people have problems or ailments or needs that will have to require the use of this thing, they just go to the shrine and they get one of these. Most people will take this stuff only from a shrine because they believe that the ones that you can get from there have actually been blessed by a deity. So they go there to take it from the shrine. The way they use this thing is that you get it, it is just like a shock, a ball of shock, then you break it into little pieces, and people actually eat it in a way. People have been known to eat it. Maybe they feel that they have been poisoned or they are having stomach pain. It tastes a bit like this, what we call, there's this medical syrup that they call magnesium trisilicate that is used to stop stomach upset and constipation or stooling. This is exactly like that. It contains in an high amount of iron, calcium, magnesium, a little bit of lead, and other chemicals. So based on that, some people advise that you should not eat it or you should not eat too much of it, that too much of it is bad for the body. So people that are having stomach pains, they eat it. People that are going through some sort of spiritual situation whereby they feel that they have been attacked by unseen forces, they eat a little bit of this. Then pregnant women also eat a little bit of this. Then women that are having menstruation cramps or during pregnancy, they eat a little bit of this. There are some people that are also a bit addicted to eating this stuff, and you will see situations in Nigeria whereby there are campaigns to stop people from eating this stuff that is not good for the body too much. So for a lot of practices like giving offerings to the orishas, the West African gods, native shock is always included in those offerings. They like it a lot. So it's something that you can use to give offerings when you're presenting your food items, your bitter cola, your whiskey, or your regular cola nut, or any items. also include this as well. So if you see any traditional, typical West African offering, you must see native shock as part of it. It is very, very common. Okay, so it's something that you can use. Then people also use this for libation. We call it powdered libation, whereby they will break it into little pieces. Then as they are talking, they are squeezing it with their fingers and letting it break into powder as they are saying their prayers or their incantations, enchantment, or evocations. They just break it into little powders and just let it go into the winds. Then there are situations whereby people use this for meditation or incantations, especially early morning. When they wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is that they break a piece of this native shock into powder in their hands like this. Then they speak into it and they blow it into the air just like that. So it's like they're actually using it to send something into the air. You can use it for return to sender. You can use it for sending positive vibrations or goodwill, any kind of intention that you want to send into the universe. You can actually use this for that by breaking it into powder pieces and you blowing it into the air. Okay, then one thing you're going to notice that if you have come across or been in contact with African DBS, native doctors, or Babalaos, what they normally do is that they use this to rub their body. They break it into powder and they use it to rub one eye to cover the left eye. What that means is that they are trying to use it to activate their spiritual eye so that they can actually see into the spirit world. So they use it for that. Then most times you see people rubbing powder during African spiritual practices. This is what they use to rub their body to get that white color that you always see, that you see Africans wearing white color, especially in West Africa, that they use powder to rub their body. This is the powder that they are using. They break it into powdered form, then they use it to rub. So it has the properties for protection and for warding off negative vibrations and for also elevating the spirit and for doing so many things. The importance of this thing and the uses of this very stuff is almost unlimited in African spirituality. So this is something that you might want to check out. You can get it as part of your arsenal. It is very, very popular and common in West Africa. So if you have any friend that is traveling to your country in America or Latin America, try to tell them to get you some of this stuff. Okay, it is very, very nice and it's something that you really want to check out. It's an integral part of the West African practice. Okay, you can use it for so many things. You can use it for summoning the deities. You can use it a lot. So it is widely and popularly accepted and used. Okay, you can also try to do some research on it to gather more information about it as well. Okay, its uses are all over the place on the internet. You can get a lot of information from that. It is very, very useful and it's something that can actually come in handy in your spiritual practice. Okay, so they call it a native shock or for so many names, but the traditional typical name is native shock or calabash shock. Okay, so you want to get this if you have a African shrine, you need to put it in your shrine. And if you dedicate it to a particular orisha or any of the deities, you put it there. At least 3 pieces is enough. Then anytime you want to do any sort of rites, you break a little piece of it, you break a little piece of this thing, you grind it into powder, and you include it into the rites that you are actually doing. It is very, very powerful. It is very, very effective, and it is something that is highly recommendable. So that is why I am talking about it here. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. I am pleased to announce that I am currently in Nigeria now for a brief vacation. So I'm going to be doing a lot of African spiritual videos. I'll be bringing real items, very deep items that probably you guys have not seen before. I'll be bringing them on this channel, and I'll be trying to be shooting as much as possible to let you guys know about stuff that we are actually using here to teach you more about the inner aspects or the hidden aspects of African spirituality. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for supporting this channel and for being with me. So please like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, and try to get your hands on this very thing if you can. Okay, so I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care, bye, and peace.